I have a lamp on though, so I'm good right now.
Oh,
All
well,
right. And that's where
okay.
the recording starts.
Cool. No
So,
context.
last time, you all had a very successful fight against a group of gnolls, and we're helping out with the fallout of the attack.
One of us faked his way into a doctorate.
Indeed,
That's
indeed
true.
you did, but we're surprisingly good at it, despite, yourself.
You're our standing cleric. We gotta
Well,
stand
you
in
say that.
tank. We
However,
gotta.
there was somebody else in the
Oh.
party who did pretty good at resuscitation as well. So I feel like props need to go out to Fatine for
Huzzah.
saving a couple of people.
I saved literally everyone I found who wasn't already dead.
This is true. However, Viridian also managed to get some information from a new guard friend. Granted, the captain was a little less talkative, Dumari, but her second, Gemelix, asked you to go into the forest to find where the hell these gnolls were coming from. Meanwhile, we had the very important rescuing of two siblings, because, what more is there in life than just helping people find their family?
Then wholesome family fun.
And the wholesome family fun. Yes, thank you.
Involve screaming for apples.
Yeah,
Wholesome
apples! Pulling
family
her hair.
wholesome family fun as people are being ripped limb from limb by creatures.
Yeah, after
At the moment.
this traumatic moment for the two of them.
This
But
is
anyway,
this is
it's fine.
post that moment. We don't speak about that moment.
But I just did.
Too late. So you, after buying um, some arrows, went into the forest because somebody got a nat 20, if memory serves. Immediately found the plot.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
brooding.
Bloodhounding up in this club. That brought up one of my most brilliant moments ever.
It's true.
Indeed, indeed it
Next
did.
Next time you just need to play like a shifter or something. Just straight up just embrace the inner bloodhound, because apparently that's what sidekick makes you.
Just place just
Narrowly
play a
avoided.
druid. Wild shit.
Narrowly avoided throwing one of your companions into the stream.
Listen.
Who
That was a
thought that was a
beautiful
good
moment.
idea?
Even though that was retcon, that was still a beautiful moment and will be forever moment remembered. God damn it, I can't speak words.
Forever moment
No one
indeed in all
can.
of our hearts.
No one can speak words.
But you did
My
manage to
defense?
cross, thanks to a well-placed log. Heard
Yeah,
some
that I dragged.
distinctly hyena noises. Unsurprisingly, found some hyenas. There's only one tiny problem with that.
I forgot.
They kind of found you.
Yeah. Brooding is the stealthiest.
Apparently
He's
not,
not
so
the
that
Rolls
brings
a
us to
rolls a
today.
nat 1.
That was not great.
That was the counterbalance to your perception. You found your way to them, then you just alerted to them that we found them.
Yeah, okay, can we not with the Legos, please?
I'm sorry, they're right here. I can't.
They're very distracting.
You could mute your
We will
mic when
mute
you're not
you.
talking.
Push to talk.
Since I have the attention span of a goldfish, so I'm
You're just like,
sorry.
ooh, Legos.
Seriously.
That's what I do. Also, that's
I was about to
an
say
insult
something
to
too.
goldfish.
Okay, so you have emerged from the trees. And as you do see the camp. These three large canvas structures surrounding a campfire in front of you. Quite a ways away yet. and the cliffside on your right. That overlooks the sea. The hyenas have turned your way, have not yet moved. This has all just happened in the last half second. What do you do?
Okay, so we haven't rolled initiative yet, so I'm going to take the defensive action and start walking back towards my friends.
All right.
Please don't.
Viridian will see the dogs. We'll go. Nice.
One moment.
They're not dogs.
And he will slowly back away.
Okay. Any
Good
particular?
boys.
And you're saying all this out loud, yes?
Mostly.
Can you describe the backing away for me a little bit? I need a mental image in order to make this work in my head.
Okay.
You have gifts.
So,
Find one.
taking one step back, and then stopping, seeing if they continue moving, and then another step back, stopping, seeing if they do anything, another step back, stopping, seeing if they do anything,
Okay.
and as I reach the top of the hill, he will scram down the hill.
Nope.
Okay. So you didn't run until you had cover. Interest. Okay. It's sort of okay. I have a mental image. Thank you. As you step, the hyenas kind of step with you, not chasing so much as pursuing curiously.
Oh,
They befriend them.
let me roll insight to see if Viridian has any idea what this behavior is.
Sure.
I'm not sure if he's ever seen a hyena before.
They look sort of like scruffy dogs.
I rolled a 10 on insight. What do I think they're threatening?
Hard to tell.
So I like
I'm
how
gonna
Ark
go
rolled a
with
10 as well.
no.
Since I can't quite tell, when I reach the top, I'm not gonna scram down the hill. I'm just going to continue saying, "Good boys," and then look down at the party, and I'm saying, "There are good boys here."
I
As
think
you look
Maeve's gonna go up
away-
and check. She's gonna be very carefully like try and look without like being in someone's
Okay.
like just curious because Viridian's like no, but at the same time is like not super concerned. It's weird.
How
The
about some
doggos look-
perception? Because they're not. Viridian knows what the situation is, but there's still some, trees. We'll say like
What the hell is my perception?
potential. Not being able to.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I have to open my sheet.
So
Yeah, I know.
You
I just
definitely
realized
see
the same
like
thing.
5 hyenas.
I was looking for like, where are my spells? Where are my spells? Wait, where the hell is my sheet?
Wait, where am I? Who am I?
I don't know anymore. All right.
Also, you noticed that because you were looking when Viridian was not,
What did I see?
as he turns around, so he's not. So there's no more direct eye contact. All of them start to dart forward.
Oh, would I consider their movements threatening?
Would you like to give me insight? Or I guess would that be
Yes.
nature? Hold on.
Would that be
Ow.
nature or animal handling? No, animal handling is like taming
Yeah, you're
them.
not really
Yeah,
handling, just
it-
so much just trying to figure.
Yeah, it would probably be insight.
Okay.
Or is that strictly humanoid? So I'll have to look that up.
Nature
Either way, nature or
measures your
insight.
ability
I
to
don't.
recall lore
Whichever is
about
higher.
terrain, plants, and animals. It's your lore about terrain, plants, and animals, the weather, and natural cycles.
Yeah, that sounds
Whereas
more like
insight-
a nature to me.
That's lore. That wouldn't really help you
Insight
with
check.
figuring out what their intentions.
Insight decides whether you can determine the true intentions of a creature.
Oh,
such as
Ow.
well,
determining a lie
creature.
or
They're
predicting someone's
creatures.
next move.
All right,
Body
insight
language,
then. Go ahead.
speech habits, and changes in mannerisms. Okay, so insight probably. What the hell's my
This
insight?
is not
actually?
going to be that hard, given what just happened.
Watch me fail. Did I roll wrong?
Is it gonna work?
Rolling a 1.
Forgot to
Rolling
get
a
my dice again.
1.
Where
I
did
can't
my
roll a
little-
1. I will
You
roll a
do,
6.
but roll a 1.
God damn it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do things the old-fashioned way because apparently Sidekick is saying no.
Says you shall not roll at all.
Hey, I got a 22.
Yeah, they're charging.
Fuck. I'm like, not good boys, not good boys. And I'm like, or not that, but like, just like,
No,
nope.
no, you.
And just grab Viridian by like the scruff of, I don't know, his shirt collar and just yank him back with me as I'm like, go,
No.
go, hide.
Now, Caster, I'm just clarifying things. I did
Hmm?
say
Penis.
Viridian is taking the defensive action.
Yes, I've made a mental note.
Okay.
Defending
Is
from
anybody
the
else
first,
going
not
to
from the
do
behind.
anything before anything else happens? You have a second. You have a second or two to react. Take it if you want.
So Fatine is going to have heard the shouting, not good boy, not good boy.
Boys, plural.
Not good boys,
Or was
not
it
good
plural? I
boys.
think it was. Anyway.
But whichever.
Yep.
And she's just gonna she's just gonna draw her new fancy bow and just shoot at whatever first appears that is not a familiar face. Meaning not Viridian or other person, Maeve.
They're not in range of a bow yet. Or hold on, actually, wait. Hold on. I'm thinking
A
of
bow's like
a decent
120.
range.
Is that
They have-
300?
They have total cover behind the hill.
A bow is like
They have-
200. No, 100.
120 feet, at just standard range. 240 at disadvantage.
Okay. So if you were
But
if you were
they
doing
would
this,
have total cover, no?
yeah. So that you're not. I'm sorry.
You could probably hold your action to fire at the hyenas when they at hostile creatures when they cross the hill.
That's what I was saying in
Okay.
the first.
Okay.
I wasn't 100% sure if that's what you were going for or not, so I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
How
All
close
right.
are they now? Oh,
So
wait, I
you
can't.
take a
Never mind, I think
pose with your bow, arrow knocked, like, all right, fuckers. Anybody else?
Okay, just for myself, can I make whatever roll to see if it's like dramatic stylish like Legolas pose or
Sure,
something?
give me a performance check real quick. Well, meanwhile, while he's doing that, would anybody else want to do something in particular, or shall we move on?
I'm trying to think of. Can I make a? I can still prestidigitate stuff.
Sure.
So I would like to.
Create a piece of meat.
I would like to make like. It says that you can make a harmless sensory effect.
Okay.
Oh shoot! Never mind. The range is 10 feet. That would not help us at all.
All right. So what was that performance roll?
I rolled a 16 plus. Okay, it's a
gonna be a lot.
22.
Yeah. It's a Legolas pose.
Yay! I'm sorry. I'm gonna halt everything to make these checks all the time. I'm just telling everyone right now.
All right. So as you prepare yourselves for this onslaught, what you might not have, you hear a sound you might not have expected to hear, which is, hold on, I'm going to see if I can do this real quick.
Oh no.
Ah, fuck.
A whistle. Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to do a thing where you like actually stick your fingers in your mouth so it's super loud. Anyway.
No, don't do that. We're wearing headphones.
Please.
Yeah, please don't. That's how I die.
That would end the game forever, Caster.
I'm
Please.
sorry, I'm a terrible
Here's the
human
thing.
being. But anyway,
I have
maybe
maybe sensitive hearing aids. That would just murder me.
yeah, but that whistles specifically. And just as they've just started to crest the hill, you can kind of see like tops of heads, tips of ears. You know, the round ears. Those
Yeah.
heads,
It would be cute if they weren't so vicious.
they
Yeah.
swivel. The ears doing the radar dish thing. They're like whoop, to the opposite direction, and
They make an audible
Take
beeping
off.
noise.
they do not beep, but
Oh.
they do take off running.
Go, go, go.
Now what do you do?
It's a Balor, demon of the ancient world.
Do demons
I
whistle?
I will drop out for a little moment.
Okay.
Hannah, take over. Don't throw my friends into the river.
Throw your
Those
friends
are-
into the river.
Well, real quick, I would just like to say I accidentally stumbled across information on gnolls today while looking up something completely different, and I have to say this group of gnolls suck.
Really?
Yeah,
I remember being curious about like how the hell or like because I was curious like can you play a null and I looked them up. You cannot play a null apparently. Damn it.
no, but it was just an interesting thing about gnoll society that I learned.
Oh.
And these guys are lacking it, and so they suck. Unless we're about to find out they're not.
I'm
Now
not
I'm
sure
curious about
what
what
you
that
mean.
thing
You'll
is.
have to PM me.
Now I want to don't make them harder than we've already had to deal with.
Well, no, I'm curious.
I am too. There's a lot of things about them. I'm
No,
gonna
but
look.
specifically what he means. Because
Let's see.
I've done a little research.
No,
Also, I like hyenas. But anyway,
cool. I wish you could play them as good guys.
I agree.
Nope, that's not it. But because they're corrupted by demons, you can't.
They're also made by a demon.
They were made. I mean, so were tieflings in a way, but you can play them as okay.
Well, anyway.
Oh, so where'd you go?
Oh, give me a second.
Okay. Well,
Now I'm curious. What the hell? I'm looking.
we'll see if anybody comes back.
Hackler. No. Oh. Well, no, that's not a thing they. Oh, well, that's a thing to know about. I don't think I found it, but I found another thing about gnolls that now I'm scared about.
Oh, do tell.
It was about how new gnolls are made.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I just got very concerned because I just remembered, oh, hey, there are hyenas here. Oh, God, there are hyenas here.
Mm-hmm. So, don't
just gotta-
get et.
Don't get killed, because
Nope.
if you get killed by the right one, the hyenas will turn into gnolls when they eat you,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just confused about what Kyle found, because it's like, none of that felt really... Like, those were all just rare occurrences or specialties. Wait, hold on. Forgotten Realms. Help me here. When in doubt, turn to the place where you find the Lord.
Okay, so
All right.
apparently most all null colonies, societies, whatever you want to call it, usually have a tiny like horde of demons that their demon lord lets them use. I forget the type of demon. It's like the one that has, it's mostly mouth and they just bite you. they're like hardly a threat at all. But they usually feed whatever they don't eat to the demons because apparently they have a
Oh,
direct.
here it is.
They have a direct. The mouth demon things have like their mouths are directly connected to their demon lord's stomach, so whatever they eat, he's actually eating.
I mean, they can get possessed.
No, it's like a summoning thing.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Are we good to continue?
Aww. There are good gnolls.
They exist, yeah.
Yay!
Huh. How are gnolls created?
So, you know you know how I mentioned that someone can get possessed by like a demon of their demon god?
Mm-hmm.
So, like the chosen ones, which are called fangs, will get possessed by it, and then if that chosen one kills a foe, and then hyenas eat that fallen foe, they turn into gnolls. Which is why I'm very concerned that there are hyenas here, because if any of us get choked, well, we might have just made it more gnolls. Also, half gnolls are a thing. No, they're not. Kind of.
That's a terrifying thing.
That
Thought.
has to suck! In battle, most half-gnolls wield large swords and rusty daggers. What is this from? They're seen in Flan and around the Moonsea.
Is that like D&D wiki?
This is Pool of Radio. What the hell is...
'Cause that
Oh, it's
sounds-
a book. It doesn't count. This doesn't count. It's a book.
Oh, there
It's
you
a-
go.
It's like Dritz. Like, he doesn't count until he was mentioned in canon stuff. It's just
I
like
still
when a
don't
book's
count
set
Dritz.
in the thingy. Now I want to look up, though, if you can play it. Let's see. Homebrew races.
I'm sorry, Caster. I feel like I've accidentally just completely threw everything off.
It's alright.
There's a thing called...
Just let me know when y'all are ready to keep going.
I'm ready whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready. I was just saying a thing real quick that thus far, these gnolls seem like they suck. Or are not in favor. Or whatever.
Okay. Well,
They're
I
de-
guess
they're
you'll just
demon.
have to find out.
I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, well, no.
And now he's gone again. Well,
No.
Maeve, Cadence,
Yes. How
is there
close
anything
are they?
either of you two wanted to
Dang it.
do as you see them turning tail and running away?
I'd like to run in the other direction as quickly and stealthily
Yeah.
as possible.
That's about the
Possibly prestidigitating like a small smell behind us, so that way it's like it masks our scent, like the normal around smell, to like basically erase our scent in a way.
So you're going to do a leave?
Yes.
yes.
Gotcha.
Please.
Yeah.
With everyone else. We're not leaving anyone behind, but we're leaving.
We're leaving Birdie behind.
Oh, no.
We're not leaving Birdie behind.
Wait, hold on. Did I get a look at the like camp and the view that I saw that you described to
No, you were still in the
Viridian?
trees. Viridian's the only one who's actually seen anything.
Oh, wait, I thought I saw something.
You saw
Okay,
the
I saw them.
hyenas. Because they were closer.
Crud. Could I risk going up the hill and then running right back down the hill and leaving? Because I just want to like double check like where we are.
Well, nothing's pursuing you at the moment.
Okay, I'd like to go as the least distance I need to in order to get a view of the surrounding area of this camp.
Are you trying to
Just
be
'cause-
stealthy?
Yes, because Viridian just said that there were good boys. So May would like to know what the hell is on the other side of this thing besides hyenas.
Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
That's
oh my
gonna be...
What the hell?
What?
I just looked over at Sidekick when it eventually rolled, and it rolled the exact same thing that I did. So that's cool.
That is cool.
It's
It's fake.
think.
Is it? Wait, what do I roll? Stealth or perception
Oh,
or what?
stealth. We got a stealth
Okay,
first,
stealth.
and then we'll
Sidekick counts though, so
Jeez. I'm not tripping over a stone.
Okay, no, you're not tripping over a stone or anything. You do kind of like
I'm panicking, so
you kind of do. You're trying to hide behind a tree, but like your whole torso is like sticking out as you're looking to see what's going on.
yeah.
So
Okay.
now that you've sort of reached the edge of the forested area, you
oh, hey,
yes.
can Fatine point at Maeve and then like cause like anime sparkles for inspiration? Like you can do it.
Thanks. It's
Sure.
very stealthy.
Would you like to be stealthier or save it for later?
I'll save that for later when I think I need to use more. But yay, now I have inspiration.
Sure. Enjoy some bardic inspiration.
I don't know how to. Okay. Just remember that I have bardic inspiration for later.
So what you see is actually a little bit different than what Viridian saw. You've got all the same
Uh-oh.
structures. You've got the cliffside. You've got the camp, which we'll get into more later, potentially. Anyway. But what he didn't see, because they weren't there yet, is a separate group of gnolls. And you know it's a separate group of gnolls for two reasons. One, there are more of them. And three reasons. One, there are more of them. Two, none of them look injured in any way. And three, there's, in this small group that has just reached the campsite, towards which the hyenas are now running, you see the biggest gnoll that you have ever seen. And now I want you to give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm not okay. Plus not plus. No, perception's. Yeah, that's that. I'd like to use my my bardic inspiration now.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
How much is that?
To the
Six at this level.
Yeah, I thought so.
6? Okay. Just get good. Yay! Okay,
Okay.
that's a 12 now.
Yeah, all right.
I can see myself. If I was looking for myself, I could see me.
So on her fur, on their fur, you notice a pattern of swirling runes that have been like etched.
Gee, I
That-
wonder what that could possibly.
Anyway, so you notice that pattern of swirling runes.
Do I know what that pattern of swirling runes is?
Not really.
I just get a vague impression
mean,
that's
unless-
a bad thing.
I could make you do intelligence, but with a 12, I don't know. If you would like to do an intelligence check as I talk, feel free.
Yeah. Intelligence check. Just flat intelligence?
Yeah, sure. See if you can figure this out.
Okay.
So,
Here. Or would that be history or something? Would that even help me if it's history?
if you sure, have at.
Yay. That'd give me 1 extra.
Okay.
13.
And you can hear.
Oh,
Yeah, you
great.
know you've seen that pattern before. You don't necessarily know what it means, but you know you've seen it before.
On the Knolls?
And
elsewhere.
you can actually
Okay.
hear a couple of words on the wind. Now, most of it just
Paint the
kind of
colors of the
sounds.
wind.
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. Most of it
Probably
just sort of
panicking.
sounds like howls. And, the kind of grunts, what have you. But you do hear Sailorloon in sort of like a garbled, growly sort of way. And that's what you can tell.
Isn't that the moon, dude?
No.
That's
What?
that-
No.
no,
That's
that's Saloon. Sailorloon
Salune.
is the town you just came from.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Rolled a real solid 5 on that check.
What, the real life check I just did, or
Yeah.
Ah.
There. Difference. The latter is the goddess. The former is the town. City. So, now I'm gonna start stealthily making my way backward
Okay.
before hauling ass the instant I'm out of line of sight.
They don't notice you.
Okay, I'm gonna say run. I'm just gonna whisper to everyone, run, run, run. We need to go. We need to warn them now. It's silent.
and now Fatine is going to
There's-
stealth run away.
Same. Can we all stealth run away?
I'll
Let's
I'd really
follow.
like to do that.
Give me a group
once-
stealth check. Let's
How-
see how
wait,
this goes.
How do
I
we
have
roll a group stealth
How about
check?
we
We all
Elect
roll.
somebody to do it.
We all roll and then maybe we take the average?
That could go
I-
horribly.
Well,
I've
that
got
could
a
also.
+4, just so you know.
Okay, let's just roll. What's my stealth?
Is Radiant the stealthiest?
He is the stealthiest.
Is he?
I
well-
mean, in theory.
Well, Radiant is the
Hey.
stealthiest.
Fatine got a 19.
Okay, you know what? That's especially if we're gonna average these. Yeah, you're fine. They don't notice.
Once we get further away, Maeve will start mentioning what she heard. But for the moment,
That's not right.
let's just go.
B16.
What'd you hear? I heard blah, 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 city name, blah, 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 other word, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah.
I'm just tripping over my own 2 feet. I'm scared. Sorry.
You're just
Apparently I can't stealth.
sorry.
I can't stealth. Apparently.
Well, the good part is that you're not noticed.
Okay, good. Me too.
Now what I'm
Yeah.
So-
interested. Oh, go ahead.
Let me know if we make it far enough away, because then Maeve will start saying what she saw.
Yeah, we'll say you get a good 300 feet away.
She's going to mention that there was another group, not the one we fought. There was a lot more guys there. One of them was really big, way bigger than I thought Knowles could be. They had weird looking patterns on their fur carved into them. And they were the ones who called the hyenas away. So, yeah. Also, I heard them mention Sailorloon, so we should probably go.
So Fatine then goes from a stealthy run to, once they're far enough away, to a normal run.
Booking it.
Like, I don't think they'll be able to hear us anymore, and then book it.
Cadence doing anything?
Cadence at this point is just mostly following. Especially whatever Maeve's doing, quite honestly.
Okay.
Run, 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 run.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see if you can figure out where you're going.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
I
We
mean,
just
we know
started
what,
running.
Yeah,
we know what direction we came from. I assume May was following the path back. Like she's like, okay, we went like what, north? So then we just head south. And then once we find the stream, we just find the log.
no, I don't recall you marking any sort of path. Am I remembering correctly?
We did not.
We didn't. But didn't
So,
we know what direction we were largely going?
I'd say you'd have a solid clue. So, how about this?
We at least find the stream?
Let's
'Cause then
let's compromise. Can anybody give me a survival? But I'll give you advantage because you're going in a direction that or presumably you're going in a direction you're familiar with.
I have a
All
plus
right,
5.
so-
Anyone can be better?
Wait, you have a what?
I have a plus 5.
No, you win.
What's Viridian's?
+1.
Okay, I think I win. Unless Cadence is mysteriously better at surviving.
+1.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Maeve.
She's
I
not
don't know.
wise.
I'm better than everyone else.
20, Fire 1 plus 5. Hey, 23.
There you go. Yeah, you find this. It takes a little while, but you pick your way among the trees.
I remember this one. This was that
Mhm.
birch tree that you almost walked into a minute ago.
Yeah, and I remember you said "son of a birch." We all laughed.
No one else heard that, but okay.
And you do find the stream. At that, you've been
Yay.
walking for, or, well, because you're actually running, so it's probably only takes you like 20 minutes. Really.
Yay.
But that gets you a good solid way there. Just keep going back? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might. We'll probably slow it down, I assume. Like, we'd still be making, like, with a determined pace, but not quite flat out running because that would tire us all out too quickly.
Yeah, that would be probably a
I
solid.
don't know what you guys are talking about. Tiring out too quickly. What's that?
How often do you run for like 45 minutes straight?
I don't run for
I-
45
I-
seconds
okay.
straight usually. So I can't say.
I used to be able to full on sprint a half mile.
The
I
hell?
can't do that anymore because after my neighbor police officer thinking I was a gang member who was scoping out his house, I'm afraid to take walks anymore. So
I feel like that's a story I want to hear later, but
yeah.
maybe not in the middle of the game.
Yeah, so I can't do that, but I mean, Fatine's whole shtick is like a lot of like physical activity and stuff. She's probably got stamina.
This is true, but that would be quite a bit of physical activity.
It'd be a lot of, well, I guess Birdie's on the shoulders, never mind.
So either way, we'll say you cross the log and quickly make your way back to town.
Yay. Here's the guard. I would like
So-
to warn the guard.
You actually come across the fairgrounds before you get into the town proper. And there are more people that have come back now, so there's a definite cleanup happening. See like tent poles being fixed and erected back into place. See overturned carts being righted. That kind of thing.
There's just that you just have all the corpses are just in one pile with one person standing in front of them whistling inconspicuously, and that somehow keeps everyone else from noticing.
I really like this mental image, actually. But we'll say a few of the guards are like
The
sifting
doing guard
through,
things.
still trying to administer first aid. Return it. Yes, they bravely ran away.
We ran away because you missed. Apparently, well, you weren't there, but when Maeve went to go look at where the hyenas got called back to, she saw a larger group of gnolls with a very, very large, who had like weird patterns carved into their fur. So
Wait, gnolls have fur?
Are you joking?
What?
No.
They're
hyenas.
hyena-kin.
I didn't research gnolls. Research
You-
demons.
You okay?
Y'all are so
How did you-
skittish.
You okay? I'm just confused. All right, but yeah. So
Skittish? We have no spell slots.
also,
True.
The
I'm
only one who
fairly
has
certain-
spell slots is apparently AFK.
Forever.
yeah, that
Forever.
also that particular that one was really, really big. And even though Maeve doesn't know what I know about what that creature is, it's still really big and scary. And it controlled all the hyenas, so
Well, it called them. Like a dog.
called
Like
them,
dogs. But
i.e.
yes.
it controls them.
Okay, fair.
And I don't want to mess with them.
You just don't want to get et.
I just don't get murdered. I don't want my corpse to turn hyenas into more gnolls.
So, did you say you were looking for guards?
I'm looking for the guards who sent us on the quest. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Dang it.
All right. Well,
This is
so
the most discombobulated.
all right. So while Maeve stops running to answer her phone, Fatine will roll perception to try to find guards.
Sure.
Viridian will assist in this, giving Fatine advantage.
Sure.
Oh my god! Thank you. I rolled a 1.
Ah!
I
laughed,
rolled a
Toby, you're
second
fine.
1.
Could you maybe like get new dice or something?
This is my lucky die. I don't know what's happening.
It's recompense
so-
for all the nat 20s and like 18.
So
You know what-
Fatine
you know
starts
what this
looking
is?
Around,
This is a
and
wisdom roll.
she leads Viridian into
wisdom roll.
looking for guards in like a barrel.
And you like fall
Fatine-
in.
All right, Fatine accidentally found like a forgotten like wine. What are the barrels called that wine is kept in?
Barrels.
A
Because
casket.
yes, she finds a
Yeah.
wine casket and is like,
Wait,
and
casket
then
or
she's gonna
cask?
A casket
Casket.
is something else.
Anyway,
can
go on.
So yeah, she finds that and decides to put it in that invisible, all-consuming pouch that all adventurers possess. Is that okay?
Excuse me? I didn't know you had a bag of holding.
No, I was just making a joke.
Oh, just curious. Okay. I'm sorry.
Can
I'm being
Fatine
too
steal
literal.
Fatine steal a casket of wine?
We'll say you like tap it though, and you're like, look, look, look.
All right, so yeah, Fatine's.
So Fatine's getting drunk. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I failed that Constitution saving roll. I failed that 3 1s. This
Okay.
this die will be burned now.
So seeing that instead of trying to be
Yuck.
useful, Fatine has decided to just drown her sorrows in ale.
Wine.
Viridian is going to. You thought it was wine. It was ale. That's how bad your perception is. Viridian is going to attempt to look for guards on his own, screaming out loudly, "Guards! Guards!" Sending out fireworks above his head so that people can come look for him.
You were helping Fatine a minute ago, so let's come back to that.
Okay. We just cut off on Viridian starting to do that.
Yeah, so cut to Maeve and Cadence.
Wait a minute. How does drunk Fatine act?
Well, you
Oh,
can
now
think
I have
about
to
that
think
while we
about
cut
this.
away. Also, that was half. You didn't say you actually drank anything, so
Oh,
if you that was more me. So if you want that to be a joke, because it was half meant to be a joke, I'm okay with that. I don't want to make choices for your.
I'll
character.
think about this.
You can think about it.
Because it was 3 ones in a row, which is
Yeah,
horrible.
That is pretty
But at
bad.
least it was but at least it wasn't important things.
Well, we'll see how important it is to be sober here in a minute.
Welcome
That's
back,
why
Alec.
I'm thinking about
Pretty much
it.
nothing, quite honestly.
Cool.
Alright.
I just felt like that transition was a little bit more jarring than it should have been, but
Yeah, you would think there wasn't a whole lot of transition there. Viridian's screaming at guards.
cool. That's
What are
might be a
you
good
two
idea.
up to?
Maeve might want to head over and also help Viridian find a guard because she knows things, so she might be the one to.
He does
relay
know things.
and protect.
Oh yeah, I got 3 ones in a row.
How'd you roll 3 ones in a row?
I just did. And that was with my lucky die.
It was
Oh.
divine providence. It's the only excuse.
Normally,
Clearly.
it has when I roll 3 dice in a row is when I have advantage. I roll 1 and
So Maeve is
Cool.
gonna help Viridian. Cadence, what are you up to?
this because she
Oh.
knows things.
Yeah, that was with advantage, Allie.
Same.
Cadence is more or less still following Maeve.
Okay.
So Fatina is basically all alone.
Viridian, you want to make that perception for me?
Okay. Can Maeve make this roll instead because she is much wiser than Viridian?
Sure, you can be helping her with
Sure.
your fireworks
With my
display.
loud calling and asking for guards
Perception?
around.
All right, D20. Or is it wait with advantage or no?
Yes.
It would be with advantage.
Okay. What the hell is my perception? That.
Probably really good.
There we go. Okay, it's a good thing that I had advantage. So that first one was a 4.
Yeah, so you actually notice that near the archery
Mm-hmm.
thing. Damn it. Nailed it. Okay.
Firing range?
Sure. the pointy thing firing range. You see Dumari and Gemelix arguing quietly.
If they're arguing quietly, I'm probably just gonna walk up probably without like just kind of like because everyone else is being like non-panicking,
Oh,
so I'm just gonna probably just like
Yeah. I missed some context, but what is the general atmosphere amongst our party?
Well,
Is it like, are the gnolls like about to get here?
no,
not-
they're now like
not
if you
about to
walk-
get here. It's just
Sorry, go
it's spooked Maeve. So by now she's probably regained her composure, but
I'm
like,
trying to think of a song to play as the thing. I don't know what we're working with here.
something really peaceful, given that we're in a fairgrounds.
The Chrono Trigger fair music.
Oh, clearly.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
clearly no danger. You've now been jogging for like an hour. Now what? I know you said you were approaching.
I'm
Okay, very nice.
louder than these. Why is this loud? Yes, I'm gonna walk up to them. Just be like, "Hey guys."
Dumari's head, like, whips her head around and just smells.
Viridian has probably
What?
prestidigitated like a little siren on top of his head.
Of course he did. She glares at the two of you, just, what?
Should you tell him or should I?
Good news is we dropping down in just like a whisper now because not wanting to like alarm everyone. Just like good news is we found it. Bad news is there's a lot more of them there, and some pets too.
Gemilix takes a step back. How many were there?
How many were there? Actually, I was just about to ask, like rough estimations.
You would estimate probably 15.
15.
Mhm.
And then hyenas, or the hyenas kind of part of that. Probably not.
No.
Yeah, and one of them, I don't know what was up with that one, but it was really big.
Have you done like an Arcana check to see if you know what it is?
I rolled a general intelligence check.
Just to see
Oh,
if she
okay.
recognized, and she did in fact know that she has seen it before. This sort of
On the
pattern.
knolls? Wait,
Yes.
what kind of...
Yes.
Oh, so I recognize the pattern as from other knolls?
Yes.
Okay. This one, it was like really big, and it was like way bigger than I thought knolls could be. And it had these weird swirling patterns on its fur, and I just and it clearly was like the master of the hyenas because it whistled and called them back to it. And I don't know what they said, but I heard Serloon mentioned in there somehow. And I don't speak Infernal, so I don't know what they were saying, but Serloon was mentioned.
Damn it. Kind of looks to the side, just takes in a deep
Wistfully.
breath. Wistfully.
I just wanted to have fun and go to the fair and not be attacked.
Why is
In the
this
meantime,
so funny?
Viridian is like using minor illusion to create like a little war table, and he's using prestidigitation to create like little symbols that he's pushing around. We fortify this area.
And like it doesn't match the town at all.
It's probably like for Waterdeep or something.
Like, Meg looks over, she's like, okay, I recognize a town from a picture book that I had when I was like 8.
Ooh, I just had an idea.
Is that never going to? Oh, yeah.
A D&D game where no one creates character backstories, and their backstories are created based off of like history checks or like whatever that they make on stuff. You know, like, why do you know that? Well, because I...
Kind of off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
Fair.
I was talking out loud to
Just
myself.
like talking usually happens. But anyway. Okay. So yeah, frustrated sigh, glance to the side. He'll look back at you. Say, and tell you, thank you. You've done them a great service already. Was there anything else that he needs to know?
Viridian very much recommends fortification in that general direction.
Points towards like the sea. It's like, no.
It's like, yeah, that's the harbor.
It's
meant
not
that-
over.
Viridian actually did point to the direction they came from,
Oh,
because kind of needs it.
yeah.
Yeah, because clearly
Hey,
there is nothing here.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a quick question.
Sure.
What kind of fortifications does the town itself have?
Probably not a lot if
Yeah,
if
it's-
Knowles managed to go in the first place.
No, they went into the fairgrounds. That's outside the town.
They are. That is correct. But even then, the town itself doesn't have much in the way of fortifications. It's mostly a farming community with like a harbor. And a few other things sprinkled here and there, but we're not looking at water deep. This is not. So
Are there like sandbags and stuff that were used to make tents?
They have a wall.
how are you gonna make tents out of sandbags?
No, that were used to keep tents down on the ground.
Oh,
They have a map.
We'll
They
say
have
yeah, sure.
They have walls. Unless we're in a different time of Sirloon.
So if no one starts fortifying anything, Viridian is just going to try to ask the guards. Is there? Where do you plan on mounting a defense?
he'll just sort of rub the back of his head thinking, but Dumari will actually speak up and say that they will start to bring people towards the city center, because clearly where you are currently is not a good place to be.
Yeah.
In order to fortify the more commercial and residential areas, not including previously mentioned farmland.
Mm-hmm.
Pause and tell you. Maybe the church.
Seems like a good idea. Might fit an amount of beings. How big is said church?
Well, there are a couple. And she just sort of looks at Gemilix like, alright, deal with this. And he'll explain that there are two main churches, but the biggest one right now is a church to Torm. But even that's a little bit... There are complications given the... So there's been some protests. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so you can tell he looks very nervous trying to explain all of this. But the Church of Torm is the largest. And it is still a Church of Torm.
Viridian has no time for petty politics. Everyone, any plans?
But there may be help to find there.
It's just multiple places to defend, just split our forces. Viridian is making very serious thinking faces.
Oh, I can't do this alone.
He'll ask, what do you plan to do?
So is the super tiny map we were given accurate?
I'll be honest, I haven't looked at the map of Sirloon in a long time.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
I'm happy to go with it.
I mean, that was the one. That was the thing that I saw on Forgotten Realms.
Yeah,
It has walls.
that
Because
it does.
I was thinking, like when I looked up Sarah Luna, I was like, it might not have like a ton of exports. It might not be Waterdeep, but like it felt like it was a decent sized like city, at least. So I was like, I'm
But
gonna
do
double
the
check.
walls have?
I was imagining
Do
it a
the-
little bit smaller, but you know what? That's fair. It's a decent.
Do the
it's
walls
decent size.
have? Important question. Do the walls have meticulations?
What's the meticulation?
So this is something that was in his real life historical castles that are not in movies or video games. But meticulations was actually a part of the battlements. That was actually, it's just a hole in the battlements so that if there's people at the base of the wall, you could just shoot right down on them.
Oh, neat. Also, it is officially a metropolis in size.
Oh, wow.
Decent sized city.
Oops. Oh well, it's fine.
I don't know what.
Maybe the number of gnolls should increase.
It's not.
Like, maybe by a factor of...
Maybe we're like an outlying town of Sarloon.
Or maybe this is just when Sarloon was about to be found, was like only a couple years off of being founded. If she says Sarloon is a small farming community, Sarloon is a small farming community.
Okay.
True.
We can have it put somewhere in between. But it has walls. But I'd like to think of them as not necessarily protecting everyone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Meticulation?
Sure.
Yes. I'm not going to use them. It's nice to know they're there. Maybe, who knows?
We don't know how long we have.
Let me do a thing. Or look up a thing.
Any fortifications should be made post haste.
Ooh, we're using fancy talk now.
Viridian would like input.
Is this
Drawing
Persona?
blanks. Yes.
Is that a JoJo reference? So I learned that Persona is just they wanted to make a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game. So they just called it Persona and then called it a day.
Sorry, I know I'm taking a minute. I was trying to
No, it's fine.
check out a thing.
I'm just thinking about how we could actually do this.
I'm still trying to decide.
I was thinking flipping tables over and getting every guard giving every guard a bow. Make some cover on the outskirts. That might actually be our best option. Make a defensive wall at the beginning. When it looks like that's going to be breached, fall back to a second defensive line, and then fall back to the church. But there's two churches. We can't fall back to both.
Ed, the city has some walls. You just need to fortify the weaker spots.
But we know where they're coming from.
Then we fortify
Exactly.
the spot
That's
they're
what I'm
coming
saying.
from.
That's what I'm saying. But if we could stop them at the first wall, it's not really going to be a siege, is it? They have to break through narratively.
Oh. This is Caster. For all we know, we should just be like, yeah, you're just in the city for a while.
Yeah,
It's not really-
the gnolls just splat against your wall of arrows. Congratulations.
No, it's like the gnolls are besieging the city, not realizing that on the other from where they're sieging is a harbor where supplies continue to come in, so it's not that much different. Just can't leave.
On
I'll
foot,
be
at
back.
least.
So as you're discussing this, you hear a small voice. The trouble is, the small voice is from like 4 feet above your heads. Goes, like it's trying to get your attention. But there doesn't appear to be anything there. Just this little like
hello?
polite cough. Remind me, does anyone speak Infernal?
No.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So this is
Two
okay.
of us
So this
probably
is where. Okay. So this is where Fatine stumbles in.
We do have someone who speaks. We have 2 people who speak Infernal.
Yeah.
One of them is sober.
Yes. The other one's Fatine.
Well, then both of you would understand when this voice says, Can I just talk to you for a sec?
Aw.
Sure.
Oh, good.
Fatine looks around her, confused. Huh? What? Huh?
Yeah,
Is there something you needed?
yeah. Yeah, actually. Yeah. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
And suddenly it gets much louder so that it can be easily heard, although albeit not easily understood by several feet around you. We need to talk. Desire.
Can we talk a little bit quieter?
Does not.
Viridian is still making mad war plans with a city that this time looks a little more like the city we're in.
Mm.
But it's still... he's
Kins
doing
at this
his
point
best.
is just
He's
Kins
doing
is just
his
ignoring him.
best,
He's
but-
having his fun.
It's like there's not the peninsula is like a little bit like more south than that.
That's
sort of
not what
thing.
matters!
All right. So
A little
Okay,
continue and say, and tell you, smelled humans
Mm-hmm.
need to know where Ix.
Excuse me?
The sound kind of bobs a little bit. Is it?
Where is 9?
Where is Ix? Where is Ix? Where is Ix? It gets louder.
Can you describe them?
Silence.
okay. So can we retcon the getting drunk joke thing? Because I need to think longer on how she acts when she's drunk. Because I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I
Okay.
said, I don't want to make decisions for somebody's character.
There. Fatine will ask, "Who is Ix?"
You just hear one word. Daughter. And then, where is Ix?
Who are you?
It's quiet.
All right, so
Anything else?
Fatine's just gonna shrug and Fatine's just gonna shrug and say, "All right, I'm done then."
So seeing as Viridian can't actually understand Infernal, he is just gonna tell the guards that maybe we should start making some makeshift fortifications in the direction the gnolls are coming from.
So they're not really paying a lot of attention anymore because there's just this sort of screaming gibberish, or at least there was.
What does this
I know.
person look like, by the way?
But you can't see anything. As far
Cool.
visually, at least there is nothing there.
Excellent.
But you've heard, like, oh, I don't remember that joke from Big Bang Theory. But it sounded like the voice has gotten like higher, as in like higher into the air, and then descended. Does that make sense? Like there's
Yeah.
been movement as far as where it's coming from, but you can't see anything.
So, Fatine's gonna look at the two guards and then just do a casual hand wave and then just say, "Oh, it just sounds like an invisible devil. Don't worry."
Can you maybe come down?
Just out of curiosity, what language did you say that in?
She probably just started speaking Infernal.
Okay. In that case, you look down to see a spider sitting on your shoulder. It waves its
Okay.
mandibles at you.
Aw. It's simultaneously tiny and cute.
Oh, so it's
It's an
Okay, that's a start,
ant.
I think.
mm-hmm.
Very figure, isn't it?
And in the small voice again, was told to find Ix.
Okay, do you know who that is?
Was told daughter?
Whose?
Ro.
Were you given a description, or...?
That's what I was imagining.
I was just picturing Lucas the entire goddamn time.
So it kind of clicks its little mandibles like almost thoughtfully, and then uses its front two legs to like mime in the air a pattern you've now seen twice. The pattern you saw on the largest of the gnolls at the campsite.
Oh.
Oh.
And as you look over, you can just see the body of the of one of the several gnolls that you killed.
Oh, oops.
That
Oh.
one with the same pattern. The one that had been disarmed. Thankfully not the one that had been exploded. but
Okay,
dead
do you know why
nonetheless.
you were sent here?
The spider has not yet noticed. Sorry, what'd you say?
Quick, crush the spider. Quick, before it sees.
Okay, what? Do you know what you're supposed to do? After a find?
The spider looks a little confused. Thinks for a second. We're gonna pretend, because why not? Honestly, I really hate the way that Noel's actually. Can we pretend it's like the werewolf thing where some people like to say like it's genetic and
No,
you
no,
can
it's
bite?
it's your world. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, I'm letting you know that this is what we're doing.
This is just how
Yeah,
they.
it's fine.
This is how they repopulate in case of a mass genocide that happens.
Anyway. So it looks kind of confused for a second.
Okay,
It's
no
in
other
danger?
instruction.
It pauses and kind of not really clacks, but sort of clacks mandibles thoughtfully. Ix is danger? Like, it's not really 100% sure which is correct.
We'll get back to that. Who sent you? Not the name, but what do they do?
Well, they lead. They command. We go.
Okay. Were they here?
No. No. Not yet.
Do you know when they're coming here?
Not coming. Too dangerous. But need to find Ix.
Okay.
Crush the spider.
She wouldn't.
Oh, mean.
What were you supposed? Well, kind of already asked that, but we're gonna try again. What were you supposed to do once you found her?
Just tell Ro.
Nothing else?
No. Ro is... thinks about it for a second. Looks kind of happy at this prospect. Scared?
Of?
Looks pointedly at, like, the weaponry. Because remember, you are now in an area with, like, quite a few guards, not to mention, like, people that had been previously armed with crossbows and, like, short bows and what have you.
Okay, was she ever going to come here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Is Ro the only one in charge?
No. No, there's Mech. Mech gives orders. But Ix orders Mech, so Ix gives orders. Fuck, I screwed that up, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Ro gives
chain
orders.
of command here.
I meant to say Ro instead. I said Ix because I've been saying that 500 times in the last 5 minutes. My bad.
You are all good. So how is that actually supposed to sound?
Mech also gives orders, but Ro orders Mech. Does that make sense?
Yes. Does anyone order her?
Oh no. Well, the Red Father, but
Excuse me?
Red Father.
Okay, that means nothing to me, I assume.
In the
Or does
deepest, raspiest voice that you've ever heard come from a tiny spider. It just says, Yanagu. And then in the little voice, Red Father.
Can Fatine roll to see if she somehow heard of that name?
Sure.
Can both of us? Because I don't know.
What do I roll?
I know who that is.
Well,
Ooh,
you.
history, or religion, actually.
Yeah, either religion or arcana would probably work.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I'd accept Arcana.
all right.
Alright, I've
This is
mentioned
gonna be a.
that
All
before.
right.
Can Maeve try? Because
Religion.
I'm assuming she's
Yeah, sure.
can hear
Well,
the
hold on.
conversation.
She can't understand it though.
Yeah, no, but I
Okay,
can bother to
found
tell
it,
the others.
and
So
Same
far,
way I heard Sir Loon.
you're just gonna tell-
17.
Okay, so
I know who
Lauren,
that is.
you think you've, or excuse me, Cadence, you think you've heard something about like a demon that was named that, or that had that name? Pretty darn powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned
Definitely
this.
violent, but you know, it's a demon, so what do you expect? Fatine, Yanogu is like the basically god to gnolls.
Who created them?
So if anybody is going to be telling a gnoll what to do, that's who it would be.
Okay, so what's his name again?
Yanagu.
Yanagu.
All right, so let me be the spider
would
in
be
that.
That would be a demon lord.
Right. Let me be the spider in the moment it said that name. Let me hear it one more time.
Wait, what do you ask?
Can I hear the name one more time
Oh.
before I try to replicate the spider when it said
Oh, yeah, sure. It's Yanagu.
Yanaku?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Oh, this tiny little spider.
It probably spoke through the spider. Right,
Or
so
its name just speaks power.
all right, so Fatine is gonna say, so this row takes orders from Yanagu, the demon lord of savagery and god of the gnolls.
Great.
It sort of.
I can't
Waver-
take this seriously with this music.
Can we get
That's-
some edgier music?
It'll kind of waver a little bit and just.
I'm,
It
I'm,
doesn't
I'll
really
get
answer.
on it.
Anyway, doesn't answer. Anything else?
So Fatine is actually gonna hold her hand out and say,
Song. We ruled the world.
Oh yeah. Can Fatine try to roll to see what kind of spider it is? Like, is it a natural, like some weird demon spider?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. Like, spiders don't generally talk. So I don't know that you would need to necessarily roll to be like, yes, this is
But it's a-
definitely a demon.
My first thought was that it was an imp because they can turn to spiders, but imps are devils, so this makes no sense. Now I'm just confused.
No, Am I that much? I gotta Google something real quick.
Or
Oh, no.
closets.
Did I fuck up?
Imps are devils.
Okay. Let me give you a hint.
Closets
the
are
DM,
demons.
You never mess up.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
just
Sure.
you're just these are your rules or this is a weird one.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I rolled a
We're gonna
17.
go with the latter.
I mean, I rolled a 17 to see what it is, and apparently it's, yep, that's a demon.
Yeah, it's just a tiny nondescript demon that just happens to work exactly like imps because yeah. Sure.
And it looks like a spider right now.
Yep. Yep, because that's
Ah.
the thing that it can do. Because, ooh, demon.
Oh,
Mhm.
let's see.
Ooh. There is a
Probably find
demon.
one.
There is a demon counterpart to the imp. I forgot what it's
I
called.
think it's a quasit.
Yes. A
Can
quasit.
they transform though? Is the question. I can double
They
check
can go
that.
invisible.
Quasits.
I remember that
They
much.
can
They can
shape change. They can shape change into a bat, a centipede, or a toad.
And a spider,
Yep.
And a spider.
apparently.
This is just a weird quasit.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool.
Instead of a centipede, it's a spider. They're both arachnids, right?
No, but close
I
enough.
I know.
The joke. Yeah.
I know.
Cool. Alright, done. Problem solved.
Right.
This
So
little guy. He's so cute.
so does my 17 tell me this is a quasit in
Yeah,
spider
it
form?
100% tells you this is a quasit.
All right. So 15 is just gonna hold her hand out and say, "Hey, I know where Ick. I think I know where Ick is. I'll take you to Ick."
It'll hop on your hand.
All right.
Where?
15 is going to go opposite direction of where Ick is.
X.
Ix. Is it Ick or Ix?
X.
IX.
Yep.
Basically 9.
Right. So she's just gonna walk in the opposite direction of where Ix is, for real, and then just back to the woods, actually, and then just hold her hand out and say, we went past Ix on our when we walked through the forest."
The spider looks really excited and says, "Oh, are we gonna go find Ro?" Seems like its language is getting better. Having talked to you more. All of you.
Aw, it's learning. Can we get it as a pet?
No.
Aw.
You don't want to pet. Fun fact: a quasit can actually be a familiar,
I know it can be, but it's also chaotic evil, so...
and
Oh, hey, there is a... Oh, never mind, that's a medium, so that might not work. There is a demon, though, that can turn into a spider.
What is it?
Oh, never mind, I take it back. That's a giant spider.
Oh, yeah, no. It's
Fatine's just
It's Yawful.
Fatine's walking around with this like giant spider just
It
standing
can
on
turn
its like
into a female
tiptoes.
drow.
No,
It can turn
it's
into a
Oh,
female
that-
drow, a female drow, a giant spider, or its true form, which is this.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, those things.
Okay.
Fun fact about those: they can only be born from a drow priestess, and they're very rare because it's very difficult to survive.
Okay.
I learned that today. I don't know why I looked this up.
Y'all are
Oh, well.
weird.
I didn't do
Alright.
anything.
All right, so 15 is going to She is gonna say, I can't find Ro. I have another mission, but you can find Ix, and maybe you'll see Ro. Do I have to roll? Oh yeah, I have to roll
That's
something for
gonna
this,
be,
don't I?
Persuasion, I think. No, that's Deception, actually.
Hey, I'm back in business, baby. Nat 20.
Well,
Is your die weighted to only give you 1s and 20s?
No,
In Maxon, man.
No, here's the thing. I've noticed if it's a wisdom roll, it is pathetic. If it's a charisma roll, it's fantastic. I don't get it. Or maybe I just have selective memory. And I'm incredibly superstitious.
remind me what you said again.
Fatine said she had her own mission to go on, so she couldn't see Ro, but the spider can look in the forest for Ix, and maybe the spider will run into Ro.
It looks a little confused for a moment. But will thank you and disappear.
Fatine then waves and then books it back.
So,
And then when she
go ahead.
gets back, she does the what's it called when someone does like the up down like clapping motion, like dusting their hands off, or is it just called dusting their hands off or whatever?
Dusting.
I guess
Pretty sure it's
yeah.
just
yeah,
that.
mimes dusting her
Okay.
hands off or something.
All right, so yeah, when she reaches everyone, she dusts her hands off and then goes, "Well, I've temporarily solved the Quasit problem."
Sure.
Damari will look at you and just go, "What the actual fuck just happened?"
We talked to a demon that looked like a spider that was looking for one of the dead gnolls, because the dead gnoll is the daughter of the gnoll leader who reports directly to what's the demon lord's name?
Yanaga.
Yanaga? Yeah. One more time.
Yanaga.
Because the gnoll leader of this band reports directly to their demon lord Yanagu, and I didn't want the Quasit spider to find that gnoll's dead child.
She looks over at the dead Knoll. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Fatine's gonna say, I'm just imagining she just has this like look on her face that's like blank, but says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fatine's gonna clap her hands together and say, "I suggest we dump these bodies in the ocean as quickly as possible and make sure they're weighted so they don't come back up. Preferably after burning them."
I mean, if that's what you're gonna do, go ahead.
Make sure they never find them.
They never found the bodies.
Gemelix will look thoughtful and he'll say, that if the Quasit knew that Ix had been here, would it not be better, or excuse me, would it not be worse to English, sorry. Essentially, would it be better to have some sort of closure than none?
So Fatine would Fatine's role have told her like does she have like a basic knowledge of the philosophy of like Yanagu after that role?
What are you trying to find out?
Basically, he's the demon lord of like savagery.
Yeah.
Would she know that?
Yeah.
All right. So she's going to respond with, Yanagu is the demon lord of savagery. I don't think you'll like their kind of closure. Or how they'll respond. These are gnolls.
They'll just kind of, fair point. Whichever gets us killed less, I suppose. And let's go ahead and stop it there for tonight.